Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Awesome. Well, today we have Ruby Laine joining us. Ruby is a 17-year-old small business owner from Seattle, and not only do we love her stuff, but we love her message and what she does to help others through her business. So thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to get to highlight you on here.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
We're so excited. So we wanted to start off by asking you how, when, why did you start your business?
It honestly was brought up like super organically. I was just one day, I think last July, I was like super bored. Couldn't really see anyone because of COVID. I just literally had nothing to do. But I did find some leftover bandanas around my house because I go to Costa Rica almost every year, besides this one. And I use bandanas for like a face covering on the ATV because like there's super just like dirty paths and stuff like that. Anyways, I just had some bandanas left over and I just cut out squares of that, and just hand stitched it onto a pair of my like Ballard sweatpants to cover up the Ballard part. I liked how the sweatpants fit and everything, and I liked the Ballard on it too, but I don't know, I was honestly just experimenting. I was like, I don't know if this is going to like be cool or not, but like yeah. And then it took like 8 hours to do that. I had no experience of sewing, hand stitching, or anything. I literally was just learning everything on the fly. Um, and I don't know if that's why it took me so long, but it's crazy. I'll always like hold on to those sweatpants. They're like falling apart a little bit, but I love them so much. They're definitely like the most special like piece to me. And at that point I really had no clue. Like I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm gonna start like a brand or anything, but after that I just like I really liked the sweatpants. And I wore them out. Actually wore them on a trip that I went out east, to Quincy, Washington. Um, and I got like a lot of compliments on them. I got some feedback from my friends too, and they really liked them. They were asking for me to make them a pair. So I had made another pair and then I gave those to my friend. And then she was like, I love these. And like, I'm also getting a lot of compliments on these. Like, you should make more. And so that's kind of just what I did. Like, I still at this point, I wasn't thinking of starting a brand or anything, but just because it was also super time consuming and I didn't have like a sewing machine at this point at all. I didn't know that was even possible to like do. I don't know. I hadn't thought of like getting a sewing machine or anything or taking it farther than just me making a few pieces for myself or my friends. And also then my mom was like, let's just order some hoodies, let's order some sweats, just do whatever you want, you know. Like she liked how this was kind of just a creative thing that was brought up, and so she's been super supportive of everything just from the beginning. And so she helped me pay for some sweatshirts and some sweatpants, and at this point I didn't have a design for the sweatshirt at all. And then I had a trip planned to go see my family back east in Delaware. And then I begged for a sewing machine. So I went to the sewing and vacuum store and got a sewing machine. And I hauled that all the way over to Delaware. um, and it was like, the weather was like 90, 100 degrees there. And my suitcase was just packed with like blank sweatshirts and sweatpants. And then there's like a quarter of it with like some shorts and tank tops, you know, the usual stuff you would wear in sun. But like I was super excited about this, and on the plane I was just sketching out designs for like sweatshirts, and I was thinking like, oh, maybe if I patched the whole arm and then half of the sweatshirt and then also half the hood, and then I actually made a piece like that, and it just didn't, it wasn't, it just, it didn't fit right. Like the arm was super tight and like it just wasn't very comfortable. And then I was actually doing the same exact thing, but I started with the middle patches instead of the arm. And then I was done with the middle patches and I was like, actually, like this looks pretty good. And in my head, it was like unfinished or whatever. But then I slapped a bandana on the other side of the pattern of where the bandanas were stitched. And it looked complete to me, honestly. Like I was like, this is, I like this. And it didn't feel confined like how the arm did on the other one, and it just, it fit right and like it looked right. And it was different. I've never really seen like anything like it, and so that's why I think I really liked it and rolled with that. And then that's honestly how it started. Oh, and then I had made about, I like a month or two later, I had about 20 something pieces made. By September like 4th or something, I had, so actually months after, but I had about like 23 pieces made or something. And one of my friend's dad, so our family friend, he's a really great photographer. And so we reached out to him to see if we could have like a little photo shoot. And he was like, of course, like I love your vision. I love supporting like things like this. So yes, come on by to the studio. Let's take some shots. And then I brought a group of my friends to model the stuff with me, and it was super fun. It was an amazing like experience. It really just all the photos just like brought my products like to life, and that was when I realized like I actually really like where I'm going with this. I like this. Like I was just having really fun. I was having a lot of fun. And so then my mom designed like a little website. It was pretty like just basic. It was just a basic website, what it is now. And I made like an Instagram post, and I was like, I just dropped some products that I made, some hoodies and sweats, go check it out. And I didn't have any inventory like limit on there, so I only had one of everything made, and I wasn't really expecting many sales, but then just a lot of sales came in, and I like I'm not sure how many, maybe like 50 orders I got like that night and the next day, which was like really mind-blowing to me because I was just really not expecting that. um and I didn't really have the stuff to make it. Like it was really overwhelming and stressful, and but it was at the same time it was so awesome and cool. And like I was just like mind blown that like other people liked it too, like enough to buy it, you know? Like it was really cool to see. And yeah, that's how it started.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. And like, how has social media been? You know, you said that's it all started by you just like posted something and a bunch of people listened, but how has it been a tool for you? Because I know it's been such a tool for us. So
Yeah, well, it's a great tool to like get feedback from people just like all around the world, like that I wouldn't normally be able to talk to like without it, you know? Like I'm meeting so many new people, and it's super cool to get feedback from everyone. And even posting, like I had this one post that was like, comment a unique colorway and I'll pick 3 and make that product like a product. And so I was not expecting like that many submissions or comments, and I actually got like so many cool ideas, and it was really hard for me to pick, but like I really like that's just like a great example of like the value that social media has brought into ROA. And um, it just all around just like helps me get the word out of like new drops, new products, new stuff. Like it's social media has helped me and the brand a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
That's yeah, it's really helpful, especially in the pandemic when you can't like go in person and stuff.
Right.
But we
Exactly.
also wanted to ask you, like, what's it like now that you've done this for a while? What's it like on a day-to-day basis, running the business? How much of your day does it take up, and do you have a team?
Yeah. So like day to day can be a little different. Like, I mean, this past week and a half, I've been scrambling trying to make all these brown zip up orders just because I'm also trying to like post every day on TikTok because that's a good platform to grow your brand. And I had one TikTok of me like a time lapse making a it was like a brandy blank, and then I patched some bandanas on it, and I was just thinking it was just going to be a one of one thing, like I was just going to release it, maybe someone would buy it or something, and then I think it got, I don't know, 95,000 likes. And everyone was like, drop this, like drop this. And so like I only had one made, and then I just put in the website 7, and they all sold like so quickly. It was really surprising to me, but it was also really exciting. So but I have been just like super occupied with that. I could hand them over to some of the sewers that I'm working with. I work with 3 contract sewers who work out of their house. I love them so much. They're such a big help in everything. That's how I get so many products made. I think I'm getting like about 70 something products made a week, but I still can't really keep those on the shelf. So like it would be awesome to figure out how to scale the production of my products, but like for now it's working really well. I love the people that I get to work with on a daily basis, and just like I also just get to connect with them on a personal level. I can talk to them for literally hours. So like um but yeah, other than that, it's getting orders out daily. It's making sure to post frequently on social media. It's going out with my friends and doing some photo shoots, talking to other brand owners. Like I'm pretty occupied with this brand, but then there's also the whole school aspect, which I also have to focus on, um, graduating and everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty stressful and tough, but I think that once school ends and stuff, time will open up for me to grow my brand even more than I am now. Yeah.
Yeah, and as a young woman, can you just talk about times where, it's been a while, but it hasn't been, a very long time that you've been doing this, but like have you experienced like not being taken as seriously as a businesswoman because you are young? And can you just talk about maybe experiences you've had or how you've persevered?
Yeah. So like in terms of being a woman, luckily I have not yet experienced any like stereotypes or like prejudice because of that. However, age, the me being 17, has held me back from some things. Like for instance, I my name was on the LLC, and I went down to create a business bank account, and they immediately go, "What? Like you're 17, like you can't open a business bank account if you're under 18," which was a big I mean, not setback necessarily, but we just had to change everything, get a new LLC. My mom is now the legal owner of the business. And that'll change when I'm 18, but I do definitely consider her like a full-time partner. Like she helps so much. But that was unfortunate that I couldn't legally be the owner of the brand. That's kind of what I've experienced with age. I mean, I do work with older people. My sewers are like 3 times my age. But they are super, super respectful of me. They don't treat me different because I'm young. Have like this one sewer, Rebecca, who I absolutely adore and love. We just have conversations for like hours, and it's super cool to just get to know people like that. Yeah, yeah.
And something we really admire is how much you care about helping others through your business. You've made collaborations with Keep Music Live Washington and Youth Care. So we'd love to hear about why that's so important to you and why you keep activism in the heart of your business.
Yeah, well, like from the start, I kind of started to realize like with this platform and business that I'm building, like there's opportunity to help out and give back to the community. And so that was like a huge thing for me that I wanted to do, was find organizations that I knew were making a difference in people's lives. And just in the past 6 years, my mom, being a CASA worker, she works with foster children, and through her, I see the struggle that people go through and how one person can make such a difference in someone's life, yeah, lives. Um, and so that is like a big inspiration to me. Um, and so that's why I choose unique like organizations to partner with, where I know exactly where the money's going and exactly who I'm helping, and know that I'm making a difference. It's super cool to work with these organizations. And in terms of Keep Music Live, this opportunity was really cool just because I personally miss live music, and I want these venues to be back up and running when this whole pandemic is over. And it's pretty devastating to think that that might not happen because they don't have resources to keep their venues like in business. And so like I definitely wanted to help with this for sure.
Yeah. What do
Yeah.
those collaborations look like? Like, how do you go about it? What, I've seen the hoodies for like Keep Music Live, but can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so now 10% of all proceeds are going towards youth care, um, who like provide service to homeless youth through shelter, meals, so many resources for them. Super, super cool. And then also I did a special collection with products with special fabric like on the chest patch. And I donated 50% of the proceeds to Justice for Girls Coalition of Washington State, who changed laws for young women in our state. So that was really cool to partner with them and be able to give money to them, support them. And with Nomad Boxing Club, I knew that they needed resources to get them through the winter. Nomad Boxing Club is a nonprofit that works with at-risk youth and teaches them skills for in and outside of a boxing gym, and just it's a place where they can go and just learn how to become the best version of themselves. Yeah, I really wanted to partner with them. I think that was really cool too. Yeah. It's just really cool to just help in any way that I can. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. We think that is the coolest part. Um, And then also 10 years from now, let's say you could see where you're at. What are some goals or hopes you have for your brand? Where do you want it to be in 10 years?
Worldwide. Like I just want to reach like as many people as I can. I've only scratched the surface at this point. I'm super thankful for all the customers that I have. It's I've reached about every state in the US and like countries like UK, Japan, Germany, France, Canada, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, and some others. But it's it's really cool to see that like people buying from out of the country and stuff. But then again, I have only scratched the surface, and there's so much growing to do. I want to figure out a way to scale the production of my products where I can produce more and more and grow my team too, because I obviously can't do this all just me and my mom. So that's going to be really cool. And then also, this is happening in the near future in the next, I think maybe like April, but I'm going to be, there's a place called Ballard Blossom, and they had to shut down due to like a fire, but now the whole building is going to be torn down in like 2 years, and a hotel is going to go in there. But the owners of it now want to utilize the space for small businesses, and it's going to be super cool because it's really just a work in progress right now. But I can do anything to my space. There's going to be a donut shop in there, and it's kind of going to be like a big community area just because it's a really big building and stuff. So it's not just going to be a little Ruby Laine apparel shop. I'm just going to have a little nook, a little corner with my stuff. And actually, I think Nomad Boxing Club is gonna maybe have a space in there. Finally, they're gonna have a space indoors. They've been boxing at Gasworks every single day from like 5 to 8. And so I think that's going to be a really cool opportunity for them to, yeah. So it's really cool because I'll have like a little separate space other than my house to sell things. And I'm thinking like weekends for now until school ends for a little pop-up Ruby Laine apparel shop. That'd be really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then we also want to talk about the future of just women business owners or young business owners and the importance of kind of keeping that up and hopes you have. And then also just the importance of shopping with women-owned businesses or, you know, youth-owned or teen, whatever, owned businesses, and then also just small businesses in general. Like, what's the importance of that?
I think that the support of small businesses that businesses are receiving is the support that people are giving towards small businesses has grown, and I think it's really cool to see that small businesses have become super, you know, like vulnerable to just everything, just because they can clash in a second if you don't have the right support, you know. And so like I love supporting small businesses and seeing them grow, and so I hope to see more. I hope to see more young entrepreneurs, especially women. I love seeing that. So that's my hopes, is to just see more, you know, see more support, more people starting brands and stuff like that. It's really cool to see.
Yeah. Well, we're with you with that. We would love to see that too. Well, thank you so much, Ruby, for meeting with us. And now that the talk is over, let's go act. Please go check out Keep Music Live Washington, support youth care. And what was the Justice Girls Coalition one?
Justice for Girls Coalition of Washington State.
Yeah, so that sounds cool too. And since it's Women's Month, definitely go check that out. And then also please support Ruby's business, Ruby Laine Apparel. She has some really sick stuff, and we totally love the work you're doing. So congratulations again on that.
Thank you guys so much. This is such a cool opportunity.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for doing this. It was
Yeah, thank you.